Hello guys, my name is Tegan
and I'm Adi,
and we're Neelo and Blue.
Today we want to give you 5 tips how to afford to buy your first house. We want to tell you how we did it.
Of course, everyone's circumstances are different and it may not be in everybody's reach to buy their first house. Countries were affected differently by the GFC, minimum wage varies, cost of living varies, etc, etc.
And it's also not for everybody.
Yeah, it's not on everybody's priority list to own their home. Or you might be well and truly on your way to owning or being able to afford buying your first house. So this video is probably not much use to you, but
if you like we were and if you want to buy your home
but don't really think it's in your reach, certainly not in the foreseeable future,
then you might want to keep watching. First of all, we want to say our combined income is less than Australian average income,
which probably isn't all that hard to do, but both of us also earn less than what is considered the median Australian taxpayer taxable income. So what we're trying to say here is
we are not high income earners.
We've also had our fair share of loss and debt and unexpected expenses. Basically, we're your average Joe Blow in that respect.
Number 1. Be frugal and thrifty.
Especially when saving for your deposit.
The more deposit, the better.
20% means no LMI. We saved several $1,000s because we didn't pay LMI. And you can always pay extra at the start of your loan. It doesn't have to be part of your deposit, so you can redraw later if you want to or need to.
How can you be frugal and thrifty?
Maybe cut out or at least down on alcohol and cigarettes. It always beggars my belief when I hear people say, I don't have any money, and in one hand they've got a cigarette packet and the other hand is a beer bottle. We
grew some of our own veggies and herbs.
We bought second-hand furniture and clothing.
Got more public transport,
etc,
etc. Yeah. Number 2, compromise on your home.
You're buying your first home, not your last or your dream home. Your priority is probably to stop paying someone else's mortgage.
Rent money is dead money.
We were quite ready and very prepared to buy a little old unit way out in the suburbs somewhere. Although we did end up buying an older freestanding house. It's on a subdivided block. It's very close to my work.
Yeah, close enough to public transport. Close enough to shops.
Yeah.
No, there's few things there's need to be fixing, but it's our home.
Yeah, it's ours. We're not just talking about compromising on the home that you're buying, but your living arrangements beforehand. I know lots of people who live with their parents while they're saving to buy a house.
Which wasn't an option for us.
So we had a pretty ordinary,
some might call it dumpy,
small rental for 2.5 years. But it was clean, and it had hot water, it was close to the train station, and we made it our home.
Yeah.
We were very comfortable. I've heard people say they can't afford to buy a house and yet they're paying rent that was 4 times as much as what ours was.
Number 3, shop around for your house.
This might seem pretty obvious. We shopped around a lot for this house.
We also bargained on the price.
We made sure our heart was never set on a particular property.
If the counter offer were more than we are willing to pay, we bailed, we were out.
Several brokers actually outwardly laughed when we told them how much we wanted to spend. One guy scoffed.
What country?
But we ended up spending less than our original budget. And when we finally had the contracts and took them to the bank manager, she didn't believe that we'd bought an actual house for the price that we did.
Even the building inspector was surprised the price we bought this home for.
Yeah.
Number 4, shop around for your home loan.
We went into several different banks, mortgage brokers, we researched online, and we found that there was often a lot of jargon that seemed to be designed to confuse us, confuse the consumer. We did end up going with the first bank that we inquired to.
But that was only after working out they were our best deal.
Personally, we ended up going for the lowest interest rate with no fees for anything.
Including redraw and extra repayments.
Which we think is really important.
Yeah.
Our first loans, compulsory repayments were less than what we were paying for rent at the time.
We'd highly recommend this kind of loan if it suits you.
We could not work out how it would be worthwhile for us any other way. We went for a 30-year loan, paying principal and interest.
We can afford to pay more than that.
And we do.
But you never know when your circumstances will change.
We can take out those extra repayments if we need them, and we could probably cope with minimum repayment on just a single income if we really had to. Also, don't just blindly listen to brokers and bank managers.
Don't forget that they are just trying to sell you a product.
And they want you to be using that product for the next 30 years of your life. Most of them told us to borrow way more than we wanted to, or even that we knew we could afford, or amounts that we knew we'd be paying off forever.
They were saying you are eligible to have more loan. Why don't you apply for a bigger loan?
Yeah.
Number 5, continue to shop around after you secured your loan.
No fees and no frills on your original loan mean that, albeit with a little bit of effort, you can move your loan.
We refinanced within 10 months, reduce our loan amount.
And now we're paying significantly less than we were in the first place, currently saving a huge amount in interest.
So guys, we hope some of you found our tips helpful. If you do, please let us know in the comments.
Stick around and subscribe if you like. Have a look at our other videos. We'll definitely be doing some more videos about saving money.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
No.